Rich Eisen has been drinking the Kool-Aid. Yeah, they're my sleeper team. It's like, what does that mean, Rich Eisen? It's like, I'm sleeping on them. You guys are sleeping on them. Are they going to be good? Just stop sleeping.
Now, do I think it's realistic? No, I have PTSD. I'm a Lions fan. I've seen a lot of up shit in my life.
I'm scared, man. Fight for my fucking life out here.
No, I see some shit.
Jared Goff has this new confidence. You know, he's walking around like he's got that 12-inch anaconda under him. He's walking around like, you're our quarterback. That's my quarterback. The Lions will be, at the very least, doubling their win total from last year.
I want to talk about Rich Eisen.
Rich Eisen.
Rich Eisen is constantly showing the Detroit Lions love through the offseason into the season.
He has.
So much so.
I can relate.
He's put them in his sleeper teams.
Sleeper teams?
There's 5 of them, boys.
Who else has he got in those sleeper teams?
You got some sleeper teams, man.
Well, golly.
Minnesota Vikings #1, which I don't think you consider that one a sleeper team, but I'll give it to him.
Based off of what they did last year.
Sure. You know, I'll give it to him. The New Orleans Saints, I don't know how I feel about that one. I think Jameis Winston's very much proven himself as chaotic at the very least in the quarterback
30
position.
30. Jameis Crab's legs.
Yeah, having them at #2 is a bit steep. I do like their defense, and they do bother Tom Brady twice a year, but they got rid of CJ, so we'll see about that. The Jets, #3.
Yeah.
That's steep. The Dolphins supposed to be good this year. The Patriots supposed to be at least the Patriots.
I got the Bills winning the Super Bowl. So.
And then you got the Bills in that same division. To have them #3 as your sleeper team, and Zach Wilson not even come back to week 2, week 3.
Yeah, Milf Slayer's out. And they lost their left tackle.
Man, I wanted to praise this list.
Becton.
Yeah, they did. I wanted to praise this list because my Detroit Lions are at #4. But the way I just looked over the top 3, I don't know how I'm feeling about Rich Eisen's assessments. But the Jacksonville Jaguars were on that list up at #5. But it's been the Detroit Lions 4 on that list.
Quattro.
How you feel?
25 sitting on 25 mil. I'm feeling pretty good, you know, honestly.
My back hurts a little, but, you know.
I'm loosened up now. You know, I got a massage yesterday. Washed the hair today. We're feeling good. No, but I think he's starting to notice things that we've been seeing because we're so deeply entrenched into the Lions lore, because we've been in practice, because we've seen everything. Obviously, everybody's watching Hard Knocks, but Hard Knocks isn't showing the big parts of what's going to make this Lions team so much better than last year. Like that complete offensive line unit being healthy, being available, all being there to start the season. Like DeAndre Swift getting in that weight room, putting on said that strength rating needs to go up in Madden. Like them adding a legitimate outside wide receiver in DJ Chark, a legitimate flight risk for other teams. Like, you got to worry about that guy when he's on the field. Amon-Ra St. Brown coming into his own at the end of the year, being uber confident, obviously having the 0% drop rate last season, coming into this season connected with Jared Goff. And then Jared Goff, coming off of last year where,
JG16.
You know, he moved from LA to Detroit, and I feel you, JG. Been to LA about 4 times in the past 4 years. I fucking love it. California is the best. I would never want to leave there either if I could afford to live in California. But moving there to here, new coach, rookie head coach, new system, offensive coordinator gets shipped out of town halfway through the season. You got to learn a whole new playbook under Ben Johnson, and you're kind of distraught. And now we heard it. We heard Taylor Decker say it. We heard Coach Campbell say it. We heard DJ Chark say it. And today in that press conference, we heard Brad Holmes say it, that Jared Goff has this new confidence. He has something about him where he's walking around like he's got that 12-inch anaconda under him. He's walking around hype. He's walking around like they said. We hyped him up. We told him, you're our quarterback. That's my quarterback. You know, this is our team. You are our guy. So they instilled that confidence in him. So I expect him to go out and to produce at a higher level than he did last year, let alone with the weapons he has around him. So putting the Lions as a sleeper team is something very reasonable because the bar is set so low with what we did last year. Although I want to take this moment that last year I predicted the Lions would go 2-14-1. That is on record. That is documented. 2-14-1.
Get over yourself.
They went 3-13-1. You know, they just had to beat the Packers. But coming from that, there is a lot of room for growth. So this is a pretty easy team to put in your sleeper picks. But I like it. Rich Eisen, like you said, has been showing a lot of love for the Lions, and this is just another example of him doing that.
100%. And I don't know if you guys know this, and I'm looking so I can be factually correct on this one, and I have it on my computer here, but I believe, if my math is correct, and I carry this too here, no, out of the last 19 years, 17 teams have gone from worst to first in the NFL.
Yeah.
Last year's team, it was the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes.
I think the Detroit Lions, given their schedule, you're allowed to flirt with that conversation. Now, do I think it's realistic? No, I have PTSD. I'm a Lions fan. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit in my life. I'm scared, man. Fighting for my fucking life out here. Nah, I see some shit. But given the context of the schedule, Spitty, you're like a realist. Like, yes. You're saying, like, I wouldn't call you a Kool-Aid drink and slap you out. I wouldn't call you anything close to that.
I appreciate that.
But we've gone over the list of quarterbacks, and I asked you, would you have this guy or would you have Jared Goff? Would you have this guy or Jared Goff?
Yes.
Jared Goff won that battle more times than he didn't.
He did.
I think we agree that this offense is taking a step forward in terms of talent with Jameson Williams, DJ Chark. Amon-Ra St. Brown proved himself to be reliable. We have TJ Hawkinson returning, which I hope he's healthy. Wasn't active at practice today, but could just be a maintenance thing. Who knows? On top of Ben Johnson. A lot of people are hyped about Ben Johnson. DeAndre Swift, another bright name on that offensive side of the ball, too. Again, given the schedule, I think it's doable. And just given the history, too. Last 19 years, Spinny, that's a long time. More than half of my life.
Yeah.
The team has gone from worst to first. NFL, it's a common thing. And according to Action.com, they are plus 1,000 to do it. So fifth out of all the teams that came in last place in the division last year, you got the Baltimore Ravens, which obviously they could clearly be it. They suffered a tremendous amount of injuries last year, as did we, though, I'm just going to say. Carolina Panthers, I don't think they'll be the ones to do it. Denver Broncos, I could see that, but that division is very much competitive. You got the Chargers, you got the Raiders.
It's the best division, honestly.
Best division of football.
That right now, I can remember, like, ever.
Russell Wilson's always been part of the best divisions, even back when he was in the NFC West, when they had the 49ers.
But like, that division this year is probably the best football division I've ever seen.
We got to see it on the field, though, like you said.
For complete teams, yeah.
But the New York Giants, I don't think they'll be the ones to do it. The Jets, I don't think they'll be the ones to do it. I don't understand them being on 3 on Rich Eisen's list. But Seattle Seahawks, definitely not doing it. Jacksonville Jaguars, I'll allow to flirt with the conversation, but if I'm rounding out the top 3, the Detroit Lions are in it.
Yeah, they will be. And I do think that a team will go worst to first in the NFL this year, but I think it's going to be the Ravens. I do think it's going to be the Ravens when they come back, because obviously Pittsburgh got worse with losing Big Ben. They don't know what's going on there.
Cleveland starting with
Jacoby Brissett. Although I like Jacoby Brissett, it's still a knockdown a little bit.
Yeah.
And the Bengals, I'd love to see them, bounce back, do the same thing, but it's going to be tough, especially with the Ravens at their full capacity. But this Lions team, like you said, Rich Eisen has been drinking the Kool-Aid. Rich Eisen has talked about these Lions team a lot, and being a sleeper team I feel like it's like an enigma. It's like an area, like, yeah, they're my sleeper team. It's like, what does that mean, Rich Eisen? It's like, I'm sleeping on them. You guys are sleeping on them. It's like, okay, are they going to be good? Just stop sleeping. It's really open to interpretation. I think he means that they'll be better than people expected.
Yes.
And so people are expecting them obviously in the Detroit area, we're expecting them. I would say you take a poll, most people will think they'll have 6 to 8 wins.
Yeah.
And so if he expects them to be better than that, you might want to pump the brakes a little bit, Rich. But 7, possibly 8, maybe 8, I could see them winning. But I'm staying at 7. I've stuck with that. And I think that is an improvement. I think the national perspective, outside of, the hard knock slappies, are like, this team's winning the Super Bowl. Think the Lions are still bad. Think the Lions are still, Dan Campbell isn't a coach. They're still unproven. They have Jared Goff. This team's winning 3 games. So those guys are sleeping. That section of football fans are sleeping, because the Lions will be, at the very least, doubling their win total from last year.
I want to go to the YouTube poll. I'm going to go to the public, the pulse of the people. Can the Detroit Lions go from worst to first? So are you all rip? 67% no. Hey, I'm with you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you a little bit. I'm not going to dethrone Aaron Rodgers right away. He's a rightful heir, king of the North, 100%. He's king of the North. Yeah, it's been hard to knock off. I think it's only been the Vikings.
Is bloody tough.
Yeah, it's a tough grab. But I will say, obviously, he did lose his number 1 target in the past, 5 years, and Devontae Adams. But he's won games without him. He's won a Super Bowl without him.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't worried about it. But I do think sleeper team, the Detroit Lions belong in the conversation. And I'm not even just talking about from a fan standpoint. I mean, obviously, you see he's taking national headlines at this point. Rich Eisen's brave enough to say on his show, and usually the Lions are the laughing stock. You would never, like, risk yourself saying that. People used to do it after we come off of playoff wins, you know what I'm saying, back when Jim Caldwell was here, Jimmy C., but not, never as, like, coming off a 3-win season. But honest to God, again, just given the context of the schedule, it's very possible, man.
Again, no, it's not possible. They're not going worse to first. They're going to be third in this division. That's what it is.
Sports Illustrated got them second.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated smoke crack. No,
we still got. I mean, as much as
they had the Vikings at 7 wins and the Lions at 9.
I was gonna say, as much as like I do want to praise, like, as the Vikings like roster, and even Kevin O'Connell, he comes from an amazing coaching tree. We gotta see them in action. I'm just saying. Mike Zimmer was able to fumble the bag with them. Maybe Kevin O'Connell can too. I don't think that'd be the case, but I would very much put Kirk Cousins on my questionable quarterback list.
Yeah.
You see, he's not evading that.
He either one day he'll go for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, the next day he'll go for 203 picks.
100%. But it's always go green, baby. You feel me?
For sure.